A very good morning to all of you, our respected customers. Welcome to the third session of our series here today, the Scandinavian Culinary Experience. My name is Akhtar Sulaiman. I'm the Marketing and PR Director of Volvo Car Malaysia. With me today, I have Chef Jasper Chow from Four Seasons KL. Welcome, Chef.
Hi, thank you for having me here again.
Great to have you here.
Nice to have you here.
So, we have done, I think, for the past few months, 2 sessions.
Correct.
The first one was the
Wallenburger.
Yep.
And the second one was the poached salmon with pickle and dill.
Yes, both were fantastic dishes, and we enjoyed having the taste after the session.
Yeah.
So, Chef, what is the surprise for today?
Today we have the classic Swedish dish called Kotbula, which is the meatball, serving with lingonberry, a little bit of mashed potato, and some green peas. Okay. So before I talk more about the dishes, why don't you talk about this car?
Oh, okay.
Fantastic car.
All right.
Wow.
I think you saw that the car exterior color matches your chef uniform, right? It's quite nice. Yeah. So this is the XC60 T8 Inscription Plus. So we have this car with fully accessorized, with body kit, even bigger wheels. So it makes the car looks very sporty and attractive.
The rim, huh?
Yes, 22 inch.
22 inch.
Quite nice. Okay, so Chef, before I leave the stage to you, there's a contest, by the way, we have in conjunction with today's session, but I will then explain the contest a bit later, before you finish your cooking session. And with that, I will then now hand over the stage to you.
Thank you, Mr. Atta.
Thank you.
So, hi, good morning all. Today I'm going to do a very simple dish. It's called Kotbula, which is a very famous Swedish dish called meatball, served with a little bit of lingonberry, a little bit of mashed potato, and some green peas. So I'm going to show you the ingredient what we have here today. In front of you is 360 grams of chicken. We can use beef, we can use minced pork, we can even use turkey if you like. Then we have chopped parsley. Then we have our petit pois green peas. Then we have lingonberries. You can use frozen lingonberries, you can use fresh lingonberries if you can get, depends on your market. We have chicken stock, some black pepper, 250 ml of heavy cream. Then we have some fresh mint leaf, some chopped shallots, some sugar, salt, and here's apple juice, some flour, some breadcrumbs, and butter. Then we have our charred potato. So I'm going to start to do our charred potato first in a boiling water. Yeah. Bring up to a boil. So here's our charred potato. So I'll be waiting the water to boil. While waiting, I'm going to put some salt. Just a pinch or a handful of salt to give a little bit season. Without the salt, the potato would taste very blunt. With the salt, you can taste the freshness of the potato. So while waiting the potato, we will mix the chicken mix. For the Kotbula, the classic Kotbula, the Swedish, they will do it with minced pork and a little bit of minced beef. But in my session today, I'm going to use just minced chicken. You can always change your ingredient, it's up to you. You can add in chicken fat as well, you can add in chicken skin also. If you use beef, you can add in beef fat, and also you can add in just beef. If you do it just beef, it'll be a bit dry. So I like it to use chicken. So chicken is not really that dry, so I'm going to start mixing. (360 grams of minced chicken, some cream. Salt. 18 grams of salt, so be generous. And some breadcrumbs. Then do not forget the black pepper for seasoning, and some parsley. I add more salt then. So here you mix the breadcrumbs and also 1 egg. So together with the cream, you see, together with the cream and the egg, I mix them, I bind it first. So you can see the cream and the egg yolk is bind already. Then I'll start to really bind in the meat together. This will give even marination to the meatball. So continue mixing this one. Use a rubber spatula, easy. If you don't want to have your hands dirty, just use a rubber spatula like I do. See? So you can see the mixture is folding in already. You get more fair. The color will get more lighter and brighter. This means the product has been mixed well already. So what I'm going to do next is to boil my potato. While waiting for this one to set, I'm going to add in my boiled potato into my boiling water, which is I prepped earlier. So I'm going to this time I'm going to do mashed potato. So just let it boil rapidly. Increase the temperature. Let it boil for 10 to 12 minutes. Then we add in cream and butter to do the mash. I'll start to do the mixture for our meatball. So the secret is to always oil our pan. I'm gonna start doing it now. So use a pair of hand gloves. So to do a meatball, there's always a secret. You must always use oil to oil the pan, so that your meatball doesn't stick when you want to use it. So I'll start to do the meatballs. Approximately this size, 25 gram, 30 gram. So keep on doing. You can do many sizes. You can do small sizes, but to me, I think it's much more convenient to do smaller size like this, 20 gram. So you don't have to finish your meatball inside the oven. You can finish it inside your sauce only. I'll show you later on when we do the sauce. You can even do 10 grams smaller size, so you can have faster cooking time to do your meatballs. I like it this size because one meatball you can have a mouthful, so it's good. So this going to take some time a bit, this process. So after doing all the meatballs, I'll start to clear off, put it inside the chiller to let it set for another 10 minutes. So to get a proper, to let the meatballs set harder, so when I sear it, it won't break. So remove. So I think the mashed potato is starting to be ready soon. As we wait for the mashed potato to cook, let me double check it with a thermometer. You can use any prop. You can use wooden skewer. You can use needle just to check your potato whether it's cooked. Soft. It's poking through. So this is, I know when my potato is ready. Next, I'll be prepping our lingonberry sauce. First, we need, to prepare a lingonberry, you need fresh lingonberry. You can use frozen. I'm using a frozen one. We need some apple juice. You can always use white wine. You may use vinegar, you may use balsamic for the mix, and a little bit of sugar. So at first we're going to start to do the caramelization of sugar. In this pot, I'm going to add in the sugar in. So give it some time inside the pot. Caramelization will be starting temperature at 113 Celsius. So there onward, we can stop the cooking. I'll show you in a bit. So to do this lingonberry compote, first, see the sugar is starting to dissolve. Don't shake too much, so that it will be evenly cooked. Maintain temperature. See the color on the side starting to caramelize. So this is the time when you give it a little bit stir. Temperature should be at 115 Celsius. So before your sugar get more brown, light brown color, yeah, you can pull it off from the heat. Yeah, and add in your lingonberry. Then you can add in your white wine. You can add in your apple juice. Here I'm using apple juice. Depends. I like to use white wine, but we're trying to do it international. We're trying to do it for our Malaysian local market, so I'll try to use apple juice. So continue simmer and let it reduce the liquid. This will take you another 4 minutes. Very fast. For to do lingonberry compote, I like it to be a little bit sweet because the meatball is salty. It's salt already, so I would like to add in more sugar. It depends on your preference. If you like it less sweet, you can put less sugar. I'll let it reduce for another 3 minutes, 4 minutes. Then our lingonberry sauce will be ready. You can always add in cinnamon. You can always add in star anise or any spice. You can add in allspice, fenugreek, garam masala. You can always add in Szechuan spice. Depends, prefer whatever compote that you like. There's a lot of recipe. You can always Google it. Yeah, for me, I like it simple: apple juice and cranberry, and lingonberry. Sorry, very straightforward. So cranberry sauce, lingonberry sauce is done. See the thickness of the sauce? This is almost done. So I'm going to let it reduce for another 2 more minutes. Okay. Okay. Good. Next, I'm going to do the mashed potato. So from the same pot, while it's hot, strain out the water. Give it a wash. So back in a pot, same pot. Heat up some cream. And butter. And some salt. So you can always use a whisk to do your crushed potato. So it's important to do your potato while it's hot because when it's cold, your potato will get lumpy. So I'm going to do it as soon as I can, okay? As fast as I can. add in the cream. So to continue seasoning the potato, I add some salt. Then I'm gonna test the potato. Good. Then using a hand blender, I'm gonna start blending it. Add in butter to give a little bit of fat. See how smooth the puree is? Give it a taste. Ooh, hot. Okay, potato is done. Mashed potato is done. Smooth. Next, I'm gonna sear the meatballs already. So heat your pan up to 160 Celsius, medium-high heat. So using a small pot, I'm gonna heat up some butter. I'm gonna cook my green peas, petit pois green peas, with a little bit of shallots and a little bit of cream. Sorry, I'm gonna cook I'm gonna start to cook my green peas with a little bit of shallot and a little bit of chopped mince and some butter. So in a small pot, heat up 1 spoon of butter. In a small pot, add in some butter, medium-high heat, add in the green peas, some shallot, then some chopped mint. Fresh mint. Don't forget a little bit of salt. Give it a quick stir. Quick stir and put it aside. You can always use rosemary. You can use fresh thyme. I like mint. I like to use mint in my green pea because it will give a little bit of refreshment on my green peas. Yep, very simple. So now next, I'm going to start to sear my meatballs. Heat up a pan, medium-high heat. A little bit of olive oil. You can use grapeseed oil. You can use pumpkin seed oil. You can use corn oil. I prefer virgin olive oil because it gives a little bit of hinge to it. Now I like to season my meatball like this. So when I sear it, it'll give me a good texture, a little bit of flavor. How to check your pan oil is ready? Here, use some salt. Means your pan is ready. So sear your meatballs until golden brown both sides, and I'll show you how to finish it in the sauce. When the color has, when your meatball has turned color, sear on the other side. See the golden brown color? You can always use food tongs if you're afraid of the heat. Me, I'm not a professional, but this is how I normally do it in a convention kitchen. So you can always use a tong, yeah, for your own safety. Can you just use spoon? See, meatball has been seared. So the meatball, because we don't have an oven, I'm going to finish the meatball in the sauce. I'll show you later on. So the meatball has a color, nicely seared. I'll take it out from the heat, reduce the temperature. As I take out the meatball, remember to, using the same pan, lower down the temperature and add in more butter, more flour, and here I prepared some of chicken jus and cream for the sauce. It's very simple. Add in more butter. Why we want to use back the same pan that we seared the chicken is because we don't want to waste the flavor from the chicken that we seared earlier. So this will give extra flavor in your sauce. So another teaspoon of butter. Okay, let the butter soft. And then 1 teaspoon of flour. Give it a proper whisk. You make sure you whisk it through so that there's no lumps in your sauce. Like this. Then we will add in some of our chicken jus earlier into the flour. This is also a technique to thicken your sauce by using roux. Then I'll add more cream. Increase the temperature a little bit. Then I'll add back our meatballs into the sauce and let it bring up to a little simmer to continue cooking the meatballs. Yep, ladies and gentlemen, very easy. As you can see, our sauce has been start to simmering. That's when I will lower down the temperature again. And cover with a lid. Okay. So as you can see, meatball is cooked on the other side. So I'm going to clear. I'm going to start. Meatball is going to be ready within another 2 more minutes, 3 minutes. I'm going to clear this one. I'm going to start plating. But it's kind of dark right now. Can someone switch on the light, please? Much better. Thank you. Then I'm going to start to flip the meatballs on the other side. Add in more chicken juice. For chicken, temperature will be 74 Celsius and above. Let's give it a check. Okay, I think our chicken is cooked. It's 83 Celsius now. It's good. We'll put it aside. I'll get my mashed potato. I'll start to plate. Then we'll start with our meatball. So I'm going to start plating. I'll serve with 4 meatballs per plate. Sauce in the middle. Then we have a green pea that we cooked earlier with fresh mint and a little bit of shallot. Then finally, I'm going to garnish it with the Lincolnberry sauce that we do earlier.
Wow, chef,
Tata,
looking good.
You want to try some?
Why not? Take a small portion.
Good. Watch out, it's hot, huh?
Tastes really good.
Thank you so much. So I'm going to finish it off with
Please.
last garnish.
I'll keep watching.
So I'm going to garnish my dish, my Kotbula, with a little bit of fresh red sorrel. Give it a little bit of freshness to the dish. And some salt, some more salt. Then some virgin olive oil. So here you go, my version of Kotbula. But before I finish, you want to say something?
Looking fantastic.
Thank you so much. Thank you
Before
so much.
we end the session today, a reminder on the contest that we're having in conjunction with this session. You have seen how Chef Jasper has done his creation. We can also try to do the same at your home, your family and friends. Send us your submission. Be creative, make it look attractive as well. Send to our email at hello.volvo@volvocast.com, and we'll select 3 winners to win a prize, which is the Orofosh tumbler and carafe set. So good luck to you, and Chef Jasper, we can finish it for today.
Sure. Good luck and make it nice. See you again.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.